Children's book number 6. Yes, John, often I have propounded to myself the question, why should a man call himself a minister or a doctor of divinity, claiming to be a servant of God, and never attempting to instruct the people as to the meaning of the scriptures? Probably it is because he does not understand the scriptures himself, but he should not pretend to teach them. The minister at the seminary appeared to be quite popular with almost all who attended his church meetings, and the attendance of his social gatherings spoke many flattering words about him to him. But I must say that often I have felt so out of place at those so-called church services and social gatherings that I have wanted to run away, that I might be alone and meditate upon what our parents have taught us in our homes. From what I have learned, it appears that the seminaries and the colleges have practically forgotten God. And this includes the ministers and theological teachers. As a result of such teaching, almost all of the students have become agnostics or infidels. In all those religious services, you found no satisfaction, I am sure, Eunice. Your mind has constantly been turned to what you learned at home concerning God, and to that you have held firmly. Now, Eunice, I mention the deeper and better meaning of your name. There was a young man who sat at the feet of the Apostle Paul and learned of him concerning God and Christ, Jesus. Paul was very fond of this young man and frequently addressed him in loving terms. The mother of that young man was named Eunice, and Paul referred to her as a woman of unfeigned faith. You are just like that. Your faith is real and genuine, and you have firmly held to that faith in spite of all the contrary influence that has been about you. I am glad that my childhood companion has not forgotten her early training, and that she has not departed from the instruction received in her early youth. To that complimentary speech, Eunice did not reply. The two walked on together and for some time were silent, evidently meditating upon serious matters. Then speaking, Eunice said, "John, see yonder great oak tree, under the boughs of which we so often played together when we were quite young? That spot is dear to my heart, and I am sure it is likewise dear to you. There is a convenient log there where we have often played together. Let us sit there now and talk over matters. There is in my mind a weighty matter that only you can remove. Let us sit here a while and with this lovely scenery while I tell you what I have in mind. We have been apart from each other for nearly 4 years, and in that 4 years there has been a constant prayer in my heart concerning both of us, which is represented in the word Mizpah, the meaning of which we learned when young, and which now we well know. The Lord watch between me and thee when we are absent one from another, Genesis 31:49. Seated under the spreading boughs of that great oak tree, they engaged in a long conversation. Necessarily, it was a private talk, and too sacred, no doubt, to be repeated, even if the full text thereof were known. When they arose to resume their walk, their faces were serious but radiant. A solemn covenant had been made between them.